Hi everybody, so I just want to record a video today because it's been a little while since I recorded my last one. And I just wanted to have a chat and explain to everybody a little bit about what coaching is about. Because I know I often get questions, people have a vague idea of what it's for or why you might use it. People are very much aware of business coaching and how it's very effective in companies. A lot of companies now have their own on-site coaches and they employ external coaches to facilitate training, to help staff members to become more effective communicators, to help them when it comes to working with colleagues or if they're managing a group. And also it helps them to develop their skills, particularly in relation to interpersonal skills or goals or identifying key areas that need to be worked on in order to make their role more effective or to make a team more effective. And so it's become a necessary part of business, and for me I think it should be a necessary part of life. I came to coaching a number of years ago, and the reason I like coaching and the reason I find coaching so useful is because it takes you from where you are right now and brings you to where you need to be. Now, a lot of therapies and particularly counselling are very useful, and they're useful because it can help people to understand what's happened to them or why they've got to where they are. But coaching is different because rather than going backwards to the beginning to figure out, well, why is this happening or why is my life like this? It takes you from where you are and brings you to where you need to go. Now, I think everybody wants to be happy. We all want to experience a level of joy, a happiness in our life that makes life easy. And so when we discover what helps us to do that, it makes each step easier. Now, I get a lot of people who will come to my courses. They'll come and they'll want to learn mindfulness, or they'll want to develop their skills and confidence, their public speaking skills, performance skills. And I help a lot of people in that area. But I think very often we go away with these skills on a high and we think, right, yeah, I'm going to really do this. And sometimes we fall off the wagon, so to speak, and that we don't necessarily maintain what we've learned long afterwards. And I think that's where coaching kind of comes in with that, because we often know that we need to make changes. We know that we want to do things that will make us happier, and we learn a skill and we decide to implement it. But after a while, we slowly slip back to the way we were. And that's because very often we don't change our thinking. We may change some of our experience, but we don't change our thinking about our experience. And the biggest impact we have in our life is related to how we think, because our experience is very subjective. Two people can go to see a movie in the cinema. One person can hate it and the other can have had the time of their life. That doesn't mean the movie is different. It just means their experience is different. So how we think about things, how we frame things, how we identify what's happening in our life has a huge impact on how we experience it. And so if you have an issue maybe with a relationship, perhaps you're having problems at work, maybe you feel you're at a point in your life where things just aren't the way that you'd like them to be. And you go to your family or you go to your friends and they give you great advice, but it still doesn't maybe make a difference. Or perhaps you go to a course, or you develop a new skill, or you read a book, and for a little while everything seems to be making progress in one direction, or you feel like you're having some kind of a change occur. But if you go to a coach is impartial. A coach is a person who will help you develop strategies, skills and techniques that are going to allow you to develop the changes that you need in your life for you to have the life that you want. Now, what I love about coaching is that it's not like going for therapy. If you go to a coach, you're not still going to be going to a coach in 4 or 5 years' time, attending every week. You might even only go once and then disappear and not come back to your coach for 6 or 7 months. Maybe you come back because something else has changed, or because you realize you have a new goal or a new focus or something else you want to do in your life. And so for a lot of the time when clients come to me, they'll come for a few sessions, maybe 2 or 3 in a row, and then they'll disappear for a while. And they come for many reasons. Some will come because they feel they need to develop their confidence, because that's a particular area that I focus on. Maybe they realize they're experiencing some level of anxiety or uncertainty. Maybe they want to develop better skills in public speaking. Maybe they want to help their children to be more confident, develop more effective ways to communicate. Maybe in work, sometimes people find it difficult to speak to a superior or communicate maybe with their partner or their children when it comes to challenging or difficult situations. And so when you come to a coach will help you to develop the skills that you need. They'll steer you in the right direction, maybe to learn new things, or they'll help you to tease out what's actually going on in your thinking, helping you to reframe your thinking, maybe to understand how particular negative thinking is affecting you in a way that's making life difficult. Because at the end of the day, our outside world, our experience will never change unless we start to change ourselves. And so that's what a coach does. And what I love about coaching is that there are all different kinds of coaches who have different skills to enhance what they already know. So I'm trained in mindfulness, I've trained in CBT, I have trained in hypnosis, I'm trained in NLP. I also have 20 years experience training people and teaching people performance skills, public speaking, interview skills, and helping people with personal development. But I know coaches who are shamanic healers, who have trained in Reiki, who are hypnotherapists, who are psychotherapists. I know coaches who have learned IET healing, who do pranic healing, who do holotropic breath work. And so there are all different kinds of coaches who have the unique set of skills that may fit with whatever you need in your life. And so if you go to a coach, the wonderful thing is they'll sit you down and say, okay, what do you want? And I think that's a really useful question to answer. What do we want? Very often we try to figure out, well, why is this happening, or what is going on? Maybe sometimes we need to go, okay, so it is what it is. What do I want? How do I want to feel? What do I want to experience? What do I want my life to be like? And so when you sit down with a coach, whether it's one session or 4 or 5, or whether it's one every 2 or 3 months, they will help you identify what you actually want. They will help you understand how you think, how you feel, what you're doing in your life that's maybe creating some of the things that you're experiencing, and how you can make changes that fit with you, your unique self, to make you closer to the life that you want. And so I can highly recommend many coaches. You may find that you might want to come to me, that I'm the coach that will help you, or you may find that you might want to go on the IAMC on www.nlp.ie, which is the NLP Ireland website, which will help you find a particular coach for your particular needs. And so whatever it is that may be arising for you in your life, if you feel that you are challenged in some way, if you feel that you're experiencing anxiety, some level of unhappiness or discord, then rather than worry about how you can change it, maybe go and talk to somebody who can help you. And I firmly believe that there are other therapies that help too, like Reiki or maybe going for a massage or whatever it might be. But we often feel that if we're not sick, there is nothing that can be done, that we need to read a book or attend a course. Because if we're sick, it may mean that we have a mental health problem, or that we need to go for counselling. And unfortunately for a lot of us, we have a little bit of a fear around those things. But a coach is not for that. A coach is for somebody who thinks, my life can be so much better. Or I'm ready to make a change now to have my dream job, to live in my dream home, to travel the world, or whatever it might be, to overcome a fear that's been holding you back. And so whatever that might be, all you need to do is take that step to go, you know what, I can talk to somebody. And our friends and our family are great, but remember, their experience is subjective. If they're fearful for the changes you might make, they will advise you in that way. If they're afraid of what other people might think, they'll advise you in that way. But a coach is objective. Their job is to make sure that whatever you do for your life is the right thing for you and will get you where you want to go. Thanks for watching today. I hope I'll see you again soon.